everybody. This is Marguerite Fair. Welcome to Laughter Talks, and I'm so excited to speak to my next guest. And her name is Evakarin, and I'm waiting for her now. She's in the room. Let's let her in so we can talk. Okay, here I come. Thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate it. Thank you for being a guest. And I'm Marguerite Fair. This is Laughter Talks. Thank you all for joining us for this interview of this wonderful woman. And what I'd like to do first, if I may, is introduce you to our audience. I have your bio here. Now, Evakarin Wallin is on a mission to guide people from being stuck to becoming business people. And her purpose is to help her clients and other coaches to choose a bigger and better life for themselves. She is a professional mindset mentor and coach who can guide you to never be stopped by your fears, frustrations, or sense of being overwhelmed. Now, this lovely woman has 20 years of experience, and you don't look like you're old enough to have 20 years of experience, but I trust you, of working with clients with similar worries and concerns, and has guided them to achieve remarkable success. Her mission and commitment is to teach how you can change any obstacle and transform it into a possibility. And right now, we all need that. Now, you are also qualified as a coactive coach, dream coach, certified money breakthrough coach, and licensed in the Get Clients Now system. So I just have to say kudos to you and thank you. And this is amazing. And is it true that you're known as the Queen of Transformation? Tell us about that.
Yeah, that's true. And it's a funny thing because, many lifetimes ago, that is how it feels. I was totally stuck. And I had a situation in my life where I felt, do I ever get out of this alive? And I did. And I started taking from there bit by bit slowly. And at one point in my life, that was a really defining moment where I had learned some tools and I had been in this party and I was invited, but I wasn't included in the, amongst the people. So, and I really felt odd and awkward, and I just waited for a moment where I could say thank you so much and go home. And when I finally did, I went back home and I felt so bad. I felt like, I had a tight knot in my stomach and I just felt so lousy. So What I did, I sat down and I started to communicate with a knot in my stomach. Might sound crazy, but that's how I am.
Yeah.
So, and this knot in my stomach told me that I am a bad person. I don't belong to those kind of people. They're so much better than me. And, on and on it went. And it was not nice to hear it. And it was a part of me speaking to me. And that was what I deeply felt about me. And now when I let it come out and I just let it speak and just accept it without judging it, something changed dramatically. So I remember how when nothing more came, I stood up and I felt the knot was gone. And I remember how I was looking out the window. I saw the same trees, I saw the same houses, and they were different. It's like the world has changed a few degrees, same but different. But of course, it wasn't the trees and the houses that were different, it was me.
Yes, your moment of transformation came to you. It was God-driven, and you changed your perception.
And it just happened. Wow. So that was the moment I fell in love with obstacles. So that was the start of my journey to become the Queen of Transformation, because I just went deep down in myself and with my clients, and I felt like it was like clay that I could mold any way I wanted. So that was how I came into the Queen of Transformation.
Wow. And you are from Sweden, correct?
Correct.
Oh, do you live in Sweden now, or are you here in
I
you're here in
do.
the United States? Oh, you're Sweden right now?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay. Well, see, that's what's so great about Zoom, because we met because of the JV collaboration,
Yeah.
and I forget, but this exposes us to people all over the world.
Yeah, it's
I'm so glad
amazing.
this time and everything, and it's really amazing, because what I like that you do on your site is you actually have a couple of videos where you invite people to view what it is that you do, and one is called "What is Stopping You from Moving Forward," and the other is "I have a lot of things to do, but something is stopping me." Now,
Yes.
do you find those to be the most common themes of where people need help?
Well, I think that if you say that's many different symptoms that people have, and we dress it and we call it different names, but deep inside, it's variations of the theme. I don't think I'm good enough. But we usually don't tend to accept that. Maybe, you know, at certain points in our life when we really go deep and feel really, really bad, we can doubt ourselves. Or when we're about to do something new, these things comes up as well. So I cannot answer the question if that are the most common ones, but it comes in all shapes and forms. And the thing is, my work is quite intuitive. I follow the body, what the body is telling me to do, because the body speaks all the time. And most often the head gets in the way. So we think we know, we think we have an idea of what it is, and can be totally different. I can tell you one situation that really explain, because I'm accessing the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind does not think or act or behave in the same way our logical mind, conscious mind does. And I had this situation, this is many years ago. This woman, I forgot the issue she had, but I worked with her, and I had this sense that it was related to another person. So what I do to talk to the body is just simple muscle testing, very, very easy. And what came out from the testing I did was that it was related to a person that was not a relative, but they had the same bloodline.
Wow,
I mean, I
that's
mean
something.
that that's something. So I said, well, I don't know what I got here, but this is the information I got. And she said, oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. It's my sister, because we have no feelings of being related, but we have
Wow,
the same mother and father.
wow.
So that is how the subconscious mind interpret information. So then we can see that just because we think something, I mean, it's just a surface level.
Very
It's like,
surface.
it's like if you and I would stand by the Pacific Ocean and at Venice Beach, let's say, and we see, I mean, the beach and the sea, we see so far, and it can sometimes feel like we see the whole sea. Of course we don't, but when we see it, we think we see at all what we're seeing, but we only see the surface. What is below the surface? I don't know, because I haven't checked it. We can imagine, but I'm sure there are a lot of more things under the surface than we can even imagine. It's the same with our subconscious mind. There's so much more under the surface. We have to be modest enough to say that, well, I can at some level at least understand that I don't know everything there's in there. I know a few things, but probably just, you know,
I'm
5-10%.
finding out at 72 that I don't know nearly as much as I thought I did. I keep learning more, because like you said, if you have to go, or I'm going inside, and
Yeah.
that's where all the answers are, but we have to be willing. Now via Zoom, you have your sessions
Yeah.
on Zoom,
Yeah.
which are very effective. I like that so much. And before I forget, would you share with us, because I'm going to make sure that I put it in the video, your website where people can reach you if they'd
Yeah.
like to know more about you or set an appointment? What is that website?
EvakarinWallin.com. So
Evakarin Wallin. Okay, and that's
It's my
going to be
name.
right there. And
Yeah.
that's the best way to schedule appointments and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is possible at the moment is to just contact me for just, no attached conversation to see if whatever it's going on, and if this could be a perfect fit or not.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. But yeah, why not watch those 2 videos? I have a couple more to upload, but I haven't finished them yet because I want people not being exposed on videos. I'll do some
Yeah. Editing. You
text
have to edit.
probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's just really amazing because, and don't, now it's, I think what I'm feeling from what's going on in the world, the good news is that a lot of people do seem to be going more inside to examine their lives with
Yeah.
this forced incarnation that's going on all over the world.
Yeah.
So how is it in Sweden with the pandemic? How is it going there?
Yeah. We're the black sheep in the world where we haven't had the total lockdown
Good,
ever.
good.
I'm really grateful for that. But we also have, like in our culture, when the government says that we, how do you say it? Advise people, those who can work from home, please stay at home and don't use the commuter trains and buses. Take the car if you can,
Mm-hmm.
and hold distance. And most of us are doing that because we see that it's for our own benefit and for other people's benefit.
Yeah.
So where we did not succeed is for people coming from other countries or other cultures. They didn't get the message in the same way that we did.
Exactly.
We're so obedient, so we do what they're doing.
Coach other coaches, is that correct, to work with
Yeah.
their?
That is my main focus at the moment. I mean, I have been teaching my expansion method to 100 plus people so far, and most of them in Sweden. And what I feel is my mission is to help coaches to teach this to coaches, because there's so many coaches out there that are exactly like I used to be 20 years ago, afraid of stepping out and, not bragging, but telling people and feel good about telling what they can do for other people. And at this time, I mean, in these times we're in, we really need coaches that are heart-based, that can
Yes.
really want to help people. And those kind of coaches are those that are afraid to step out and be seen.
Yes.
And I want to help them, to show them that step by step they can release what stops them, and then they can help their clients in the same way. So that is what I see the biggest impact I can have.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I sometimes think that, well, everyone should be able to use this. I think that the best impact, the fastest way to do this is to teach the coaches how to do it.
You're absolutely right, because I know here where I am, it's like, you can tell that it needs to be a cultural change.
Yeah.
It really does, because a lot of people just don't understand it. And before, when you were saying about I had asked you about the biggest change, I like the way you put it, because I remember myself, when I was 14 years old, I took in a very negative message about myself based on something that happened. I wrote something, it was supposed to go in the school paper, and it didn't. Do you know that I remember the thought that I had at that minute? It was like a snapshot. I was 14, and the thought was, oh, I'm not good enough. This is for real writers. This is not for me. And do you know, but really that stayed with me my entire life. And it was only on the other side of 48 that I started to grow and examine myself. And I found out that was a big fat lie.
I know. Happens all the time.
Yeah.
Another client I had also many years ago, she came to me because she could not stop herself from eating candy. So, and this was just one session. So I started to ask her about, what's your favorite candy? Licorice. And I asked her to describe it, and it was almost poetic when she described it. And then I asked the body, so what happened? Where does it came from? I mean, she wasn't born like that. And something came up. I think she was around 8, 9, 10 years old, some around there. So I asked her, what happened with you then? And she thought for a while and she said, oh, I had my appendix taken away, and that was emergency. So the doctors, you know what they did, put all these things into their nose so they can breathe during the operation.
Yeah, yeah.
But they didn't tell her anything. I guess it was really emergent, so they didn't have time to do it. And she was trying to take it away, and they pull it back in. You know, can you imagine what traumatic
Oh, yes.
situation for her?
Terrible.
And so I helped her to clear that memory from her system. And then I went back and said, okay, tell me about licorice again. He said, it's black. So suddenly, and that was one session. And the week after I met her and she said, you know what? Now I feel when I go into a store, I see the candy and I see I can have a choice. I can buy and I don't have to as well. I can choose. And she could choose before, she just had to buy. Amen. That's a comforting thing because you had this traumatic situation.
Yes.
And we all have these situations. We have no idea how they affect us. We just see the results and we, fight against those results instead of looking and see what is going on beneath the surface, clear that, and you will start to behave in a different way, and you totally get different results.
That is so true. I mean, that's good advice. I hope that when people hear this, they take it in, and I can have a positive affirmation about that as well, because I just came into that this week. I had the mail woman kept moving my plants, and she did it again one day, and because but my reaction to it, I got angry. I don't get angry that often anymore because I'm from Jersey and they get angry a lot. So I've been working through that. And I stopped and I was so angry that I was writing her a note with one of my pens and I dotted the I in my name. The whole pen exploded.
Wow.
I said, whoa, this is some powerful energy. I witnessed the negative energy that I surrounded myself with by my thought. And I says, why are you so angry? Because she moved the plants. And I actually got to the bottom of it because of a personal trauma with my husband. But the fact is, it made me think. And I just took a deep breath and I did forgiveness work on me. And I wrote her a very nice letter. And I created a separate space where she could leave the mail, because whatever her reason, she felt that she had to move my plant to get to the mail slot.
Yeah.
I made it easier for her instead of just lashing out at her. So
that's beautiful.
And I share that because I want to affirm what you're saying is absolutely true. I practice it myself, and everyone, when you're willing to go inside, the help is there. It's like they say, when the student is ready, the teacher shows up. So I invite all of you to check out, Evakarin's site, and you can talk to her first and see, just discuss if there's something you need, which is wonderful. And I love those things, and I'm delighted. You do it on Zoom, and everyone around the world can use your help. But they have to want to. They have to be willing.
Absolutely.
And that's what I've learned too. Others can only help themselves, and we can't do it for other people. They have to do it. But thank you so much for being here. This is lovely. And
thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, and when you come and if you ever come here for a visit, although it's so beautiful there, I can't imagine you'll even want to leave. I don't think anybody wants to come here anymore. But
I do off and on, but at the moment it's not really practical.
Yeah, we have to wait. Well, in the future, contact me. I'd love to meet with you and have a lunch and talk, because you're fascinating, and I love and value what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And again, thank you for being a guest. And now, everyone, we're going to say goodbye. And remember to support your immune system. It's where everything starts, and there's only one per customer. And that's the truth.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you have a wonderful day, and thank you again. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Well, that was certainly wonderful, as always. I so much enjoy my guests, and Eva Karen gave us so much good information. And, you know, sometimes in life, the answer is really a lot more simple than we think, and we need someone to help us get to that. So, yes, her website information is there. She's a lovely lady to talk to, and she knows what she's talking about. So, I hope everyone has enjoyed the show today. And remember that you do need to support your immune system to stay well, because that's our first line of defense. Have a lovely day. Talk to you soon. And remember to subscribe to Laughter Talks. Bye, everybody.